Alicorn. Have you ever heard of an alicorn? Well, I had never heard of an alicorn before until Maria, fantasy artist of Enjoy Drawing with Mary, invited me to go to the land of the alicorn and paint alicorns with her. Well, I didn't know what an alicorn was, and so Maria patiently explained to me that the alicorn is the cross between a Pegasus and a unicorn. A Pegasus and a unicorn? Of course I want to go with you. I've always wanted to paint a Pegasus or a unicorn, but an alicorn is both. And so Maria and we traveled together to the land of the alicorn. As soon as we arrived there, Maria got all excited. In front of us there was this magnificent alicorn. Its wings spread out. It was gazing at us. Maria whipped out her sketchbook, grabbed her pens and pencils, and started madly sketching. Meanwhile, I drifted off into a nearby valley. Looking around, this place is magnificent. The sky, everything is pink and purple and colored. And how do you paint the colors of perfume? I have no idea. And then I saw in front of me a stallion and a filly. And I whipped out my sketchbook and my drawing pens and pencils, and I drew the stallion and the filly. My senses are starting to feel overwhelmed. This place is charged with so much energy. The colors are vibrant. The clouds are a froth of pinks and purples. And underneath that beautiful pink sky are the cliffs, those massive, beautiful cliffs that I just have to paint. I pull out my crimsons, my purples, my coral reds, and I paint those cliffs, magnificent as they are. Out of the cliffs are erupting waterfalls, cascading down, splashing into the pool beneath, and the mist of lavender coming up, and a sheen of lavender and gold across the water. This is truly the place of poetry. I feel Mary beside me. She's come up, she's looking at my painting, and suddenly she gasped, "Look behind you," and I did. I couldn't help it. I had to look. And there behind me, the mountains were blue. In the opposite direction that I was looking, the mountains are blue. This time Mary takes out her watercolor tablet and her watercolor pens, and she starts painting those undulating blue hills. I turn back to my painting. I'm going to continue, and I see in the distance this huge moon rising out of this froth of bubbles, a brew of bubbles, and underneath that moon there are some undulating hills that are purpled and shadowed by distance. I have to paint them. I'm excited. And so Mary with her watercolor and I with my acrylic are painting side by side. and Maria paints her alicorn. The wings are wide and spread, well feathered, richly feathered, purples on the belly, and pinks on the thigh. And I paint my alicorn. Silvery wings, a curve to the neck, rounded haunches, hocks pointed, hooves coppery and sharp. Maria and I are now back from our vacation, and we had a wonderful time painting under that exotic sky. Unfortunately, the atmospheric pressure was so great that we couldn't use our camera equipment, but we do have our paintings, and we are very happy to share our paintings with you. And so if you would like to see Maria's watercolor painting of the alicorn, you can go over to her channel. It is Enjoy Drawing with Mary. And remember, she is a fantasy artist, so this is her specialty. You can watch her full watercolor painting tutorial on how to paint the alicorn. And if you want the acrylic version of how to paint the alicorn, you can go up to my Patreon channel. And there you will get not only one alicorn painting tutorial, but two. My Patreon channel is about couple paint. That means two people have the potential of painting side by side. One person in this case could be painting the stallion, and the other can paint the filly. However, if you don't want to paint with anybody and you want to paint alone, that is totally okay. But again, there is the potential. Now, on the screen while you're painting, I give you the brushes that you're going to be using for each person. I am showing you the palette. And I also have on the screen a picture so that you always know the goal of what you're going to be painting towards. And now Maria and I say thank you for spending a little of your time looking at our paintings, listening to our ridiculously tall tale, and we wish you a very beautiful day filled with sunshine, alicorn dreams, and paintbrushes. Have a wonderful day, guys.